is just ahead.
Live, WITN First Alert News and certified most accurate weather start now.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Merritt Morgan. We start off with a breaking news first alert. The state auditor is calling for a recently appointed County Board of Elections chair to resign after he was arrested earlier this month. James Yoakley was appointed Surry County's Board of Election chair back in June. Now State Auditor Dave Bullock is saying that if he doesn't resign, he'll be, quote, requesting the state board take action today to remove him as chair, end quote. Yoakley is facing charges from Wilmington police for allegedly drugging Dairy Queen blizzards that were given to his 2 grandkids earlier this month. And turning now to the Minneapolis Catholic school shooting that left 2 children dead and also the shooter dead. The tragedy shocked and also saddened the entire city. Jay Gray is there with more.
Well, many in this grieving community, frankly, still stunned in shock after what's happened here. Shots ringing out at the Annunciation Catholic Church and School, which is just behind us here. This is the sanctuary where shots rained through a stained glass window and into what was a back-to-school mass. Students pre-kindergarten through 8th grade, along with parishioners inside during the service. 2 of the children, an 8 and 10-year-old, killed, 14 other students, and 3 parishioners wounded when a 23-year-old former student opened fire. Now, we know that of those injured, only a handful remain in the hospital right now, and all expected to make full physical recoveries. Look, this happened just over 24 hours ago during this mass. Students who were in their 3rd day of this new school year and who normally would be focused on new English, history, and math classes, instead forced to scramble, many of them forced into action as heroes as the dozens of bullets ripped apart that back-to-school service.
Well, right when it happened, I dropped down under the pew, like I said, and I prayed. I said my few prayers, and then I realized, like, I can't just sit here and focus on myself, knowing that with God on my side, I would be fine. So I tried to just go and help out my fellow classmates, try to keep them calm and safe, and let them know that they'll be okay.
And we are learning more today about the suspect, 23-year-old Robin Westman, again, a former student whose mom may have worked at the school as well. All of that said, we know at this point that investigators not ready to declare any motive in this case. That's something they continue to work toward in what's expected to be a long, very detailed investigation. That's the latest right now from here in Minneapolis. I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
Investigators say the gunman was armed with a rifle, pistol, and shotgun, weapons that were recently purchased also illegally. President Donald Trump has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff in the wake of the shooting until sunset on Sunday. And grief is still being felt across the country following that shooting, including right here in Greenville. Some Catholics in the city called the shooting a senseless tragedy. Duncan Lockhart went to St. Peter Catholic School as a child and remembers having to do school lockdowns following the Sandy Hook shooting. Although he says he used to be scared of the drills, he knows that they were for his safety. He says he's thinking about the people affected by this shooting is hard and something needs to change.
It's horrible. It's horrible for the families. It's horrible for their friends. Happens so regularly.
Bishop Louis Zarama from the Diocese of Raleigh also released a statement after yesterday's deadly shooting. That says in part, quote, "Our prayers are with all of those affected, and may God help us to always persevere in his love, especially when we are faced with senseless tragedies such as this," end quote. And now let's take a look at your first alert forecast with forecaster Dustin Staples joining us now. Dustin, plenty of Pirate fans will be gearing up and heading out to Raleigh for the first game of the season. So how is that looking for the people who are hitting the road right now?
Yeah, looking pretty nice out there. No rain, no wind, nothing out there. It's going to be impeding your travel. So good weather for that as well. Of course, yeah, pretty much a nice end of the week here. Feeling pretty like fall, no doubt about. We are watching for a few weekend showers here or there. Right now, not a complete washout. But overall, more of that comfortable, dry air we've been in is going to continue heading into the weekend itself. So pretty nice into the month as well. So not looking too bad outside. Right now in Greenville, pretty quiet skies as well. Sedentary restaurant, flip the camera back around facing the portion of Morehead City, not looking too bad either. Radar, quiet, not seeing much of anything except for some high clouds here or there. That's really about it. Some coastal showers way offshore there, but again, Raleigh looking pretty nice too. This rain right here, don't get too excited about that. It doesn't look like that's going to be impending in our future anytime soon. Again, some showers possible along the coast there for the weekend. We may see a stray shower or storm too inland, but for the most part, not looking bad for your holiday weekend itself. Temperatures right now, enjoyable while you can. We got low humidity, upper 70s here, some low 80s give or take, trying to hold those mid 80s out there for a little bit. But overall, though, that wind is going to feel pretty quiet and tranquil here over the next couple of days. It's going to begin to come out of the north and northeast as we go later on into next week, again holding that northeast component to the wind. So right now, while winds are calm, they're going to get breezy heading into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe holding that pattern for the next little bit. We'll talk more about that full forecast in a bit.
And Dustin, it's going to be pretty for tonight then. That's some good news for everyone who's cheering on the Pirates.
Yeah, lots of purple and gold or red and white, whatever your team is. Both teams have fun.
All right, we'll go Pirates on this side. Thank you, Dustin. Well, a hotel devastated by Hurricane Florence is back open to the public after years of restoration efforts. A ribbon cutting for the revitalized Tryon Riverfront Inn on Craven Street in New Bern welcomed residents, guests, and city leaders yesterday to see the extensive efforts made to the hotel after it was destroyed by Florence back in 2018. The city commended the facility's new owners for their hard work in bringing the hotel back to life. It now has 73 rooms available to guests. Now, yesterday's ceremony also unveiled a restaurant nestled in the hotel called Compass Rose. And just days into the new school year, 8 students at one Carteret County Middle School were taken to the hospital after authorities say they ate a candy-like substance provided by another student. It happened around 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday at Broad Creek Middle School when administrators were alerted to a medical emergency. The Carteret County School System says the families of those students were notified and that law enforcement is investigating. The Carteret County Sheriff's Office also says those students sent to the hospital appear to be okay. It's a safety situation the school officials are encouraging families to remind their children about. Parents also say it's a reminder to pay attention to.
We had a really big discussion tonight, getting home at the dinner table and really talking about making good choices, being smart, and just not putting yourself into a bad position. So it was a great learning experience, even though we really didn't want to have it, but it was a good learning experience, that's for sure.
According to officials, an investigation is still ongoing to determine what that substance was and if any charges are appropriate. And ECU football officially starts tonight, and tailgating is a Pirate tradition. With the warm temperatures outside and food often left out for hours, that pregame party can take a turn if you're not careful. To avoid such issues, the USDA says to clean hands and surfaces with soap, water, or wipes, chill perishable foods in a cooler at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit using separate coolers for raw and cooked items, prevent cross-contamination by using different plates, and also utensils for raw and cooked foods, and cook foods to the safe internal temperatures.
Hot dogs, they are a fully cooked product, so as long as you're serving it immediately, there is no final temperature for that one. Hamburgers, if you're cooking those from raw, we want to see you get that to 155, which is fully cooked for hamburger meat. Chicken is 165 if you are brave enough to handle chicken out there.
If you're heading out to the game, experts remind fans to bring food thermometers to ensure that all of your food is cooked fully. The USDA also recommends bringing hand sanitizer or towels for a quick cleanup. And now, still to come on your news at noon, following 4 top CDC officials submitting resignations, the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has been ousted from her position only weeks into her tenure. Stay tuned. The details are next.